A live look at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. Basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Michigan State Spartans and the Wisconsin Badgers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you get to Madison, Wisconsin, you know you're someplace special when you walk into Camp Randall Stadium. This is one of the largest and oldest stadiums in the country, opening in 1917. The students make it special. Every time there's a cool moment in the third and fourth quarter, Camp Randall continues to prove one of the best home field advantages in the Big Ten. Guys?
All right, Holly. The Spartans will kick off first, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Coleman. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The ride. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Out wide right, it's Rigby. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
From the gun on third down, Joseph turns it upfield. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Working the big fella to the corner. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Badgers are marching down the field. Hits inside, it's Dupree.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing Joseph. Out wide left, it's Dupree. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Coleman. There he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Trying to escape and get it himself. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Second down to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted. Got some room to run. The 30. The 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and what an example of the defense setting up the O.
And that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Badger. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Set of downs going up top. Left side, it's Moore. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Complete in the middle. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Spartans come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Selling the fake. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Stepping to the right. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. The run inside. It's Jackson. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Coleman's got it on the right side. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. From the gun, it's Dupree. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Joseph. Comes down, it's Rigby. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Wants to throw on 1st. Setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. A great catch and run for 6. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. The Spartans are in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back.
Throws it deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Throwing Joseph. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game, he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Joseph. Out wide left, it's Kearney. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Gets rid of it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Badger! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Man, for the love of Tolzien and Stocco, what a day this guy's having.
And I think everybody gets the label as a Wisconsin quarterback as game manager. I think he's tired of hearing that. He said, listen, give me the rock, I'll spin it around, make some big plays, and he's putting on a show today.
On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got enough for the 1st down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Throwing Joseph. Left side, it's Rigby. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Escapes the pressure going right. Blasted as he lets it go. Out wide right, it's Rigby. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Trying the run, it's Dupree. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. They'll take the penalty and move them back. That false start will just increase the degree of difficulty at 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, it's Dupree. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their 1st of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now Michigan State wants to stop the clock. It's their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Smarty! He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the number 25 team, the Tennessee Volunteers. And it's Ole Miss, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
2nd and long here. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the right. It's caught. At midfield, he's got room. Lots of room to run. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
He'll throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, and giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Gonna look downfield again, keeping his eyes downfield, trying to make magic on the scramble. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State!
Football oftentimes gets won by the teams who play the best on the critical down and distances. What an amazing play by that quarterback on 3rd down. Able to put his team on his back, use his legs to extend and buy time, and then go score. Awesome job.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Quick give. It's Dupree. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And the Badgers want to move quickly. Joseph.
And this offense hadn't got the ground game going at all, but it hasn't mattered. The passing game has been so good. So you'd like to create balance on offense, but as long as they can keep spinning the pill out wide, this offense has been just fine.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Drops back on 1st down. Oh, pressure's coming. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off. What a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory. He jumps the route. He enters.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Motion from the back. Throwing Joseph. Rushes on. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And the Spartans will hustle to the line.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Terry. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Spartans have their offense in high gear.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Running inside. It's Dupree. Nowhere to go.
And that is how you bring it. You see the ball, you go get it right now, and you bring the wood with some bad intentions.
Joseph. Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Offense in a bunch formation. From the gun on third down, Joseph. Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's got room. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Snags it. Touchdown, Badgers. And the pummeling has started.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Rush right in his face. And they got him.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. Back to throwing, they've got to go a long way. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Extending the play. He turns it loose to the left. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Got to make the play on fourth. Here comes the heat. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Short gain on the play before he slides. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dupree. They were all over it. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Escapes the pressure to his right. Turns it upfield. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the move from inside his own 20. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from...
Hits him inside the 20, still going. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Sees an alley. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Kick is in the air. Trying to get started. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Corners are going to bail. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. Snapped on 4th down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. He's out of bounds, and the interception will seal it, and they'll go home with a victory. And so they'll have one more chance. One possession behind the pass interference penalty will give them an untimed down and a chance at a little glory. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Down he goes, can't get the throw off, and that's going to do